Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's webinar. In today's webinar, we're going to hear from a Mindbreeze customer, Banner Engineering. They're going to tell us about how they found search success using Mindbreeze Inspire with Oracle Web Center and Adobe Experience Manager. So happy to be joined by two employees from Banner Engineering, Corey Hespenheide and Weston Birnbaum. Corey, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Sure. Hi, everybody. Corey Hespenheide. I manage the application development group at Banner, of which our website and the Mindbreeze appliance fall under. I've been at Banner for 4.5 years. Left the healthcare and health insurance world since I was 20 years old and popped over and joined the manufacturing world, so it's been a fun transition. Looking forward to presenting to you guys today.
Thanks, Corey. Weston?
Yeah, hey guys. My name is Weston Birnbaum. I am a senior web developer here at Banner, and I'm sort of the developer that's on the Mindbreeze. So whenever there's an issue or we want to implement something new, it comes through me. I have been at Banner for about 10 years if you include my summer help. And since then, I have worked in 5 different departments with 6 different job titles.
Wow, a lot of experiences, I'm sure. So you're going to be hearing more from Corey and Weston in just a few moments here. They're going to really tell us the story about what they've done with Mindbreeze and how it's really helped their business. So before we get to their story, I want to first mention again, I'm Jason Lehman. I'm the marketing team lead here at Fishbowl Solutions. And really, I want to get into what the purpose of today's webinar is. And that's really to hear directly from a customer, a Mindbreeze customer, Banner Engineering in this case, to really hear about what went into their decision to choose Mindbreeze and integrate it with Web Center, integrate it with their website. And Corey and Weston will do exactly that. So a quick overview of Fishbowl. Really our goal is to help customers solve their costly and frustrating knowledge sharing problems. And since 1999, we've been working with Oracle Web Center, really focusing on content management and portal solutions, helping them manage, retain, and distribute their content through their enterprise. We also help organizations leverage Oracle's Content and Experience Cloud, or Content Experience, focusing on developing omni-channel experiences for their digital content. Also on the Oracle side, we work with the Oracle Digital Assistant and their Oracle Mobile Cloud to really help customers deploy employee service and customer service digital assistants and mobile applications. And to help you find all that high-value content you're creating in your organization, we provide enterprise search software and solutions like the one we're going to focus on today from Mindbreeze, as well as solutions in the cloud using Google Cloud. But really want to get into why we're here today. So I think we've all encountered situations in the workplace when we're trying to find something to help us do our jobs. And that one thing, it could be a document, a video, an image, was hard to find. We search across our desktops, our file shares, emails, as well as Oracle Web Center, and we just can't find it. And I think we all have realized that if that content can't be found, it may impede our ability to do our jobs, and we might actually spend some time recreating that content. So Fishbowl over the years has invested in improving search within Oracle Web Center. As I mentioned, we're a Mindbreeze and Google Cloud partner, and we've built specific connectors for integrating Web Center with those solutions, both on-premise, which Mindbreeze Inspire offers, and in the cloud with Google Cloud. And those connectors really help index and serve up content from not only solutions like Web Center, but other data repositories as well. And as I mentioned, you're going to hear directly from Banner Engineering, a Mindbreeze customer and a Web Center customer. They're a manufacturer of industrial and automation solutions, and they've been using Mindbreeze along with Fishbowl's Mindbreeze connector for Oracle Web Center to ensure relevant search results for their partners, their customers, and their employees on their public website. Banner will discuss and demo how effective search has impacted their organization and the benefits they've realized with Mindbreeze Inspire. So quickly, I think most of us probably understand this, and no surprise that numerous consulting and research companies have investigated how poor search systems within an organization can lead to wasted time and money. Ineffective search systems can cause employees to really have to spend time every day just looking for information. And according to some of the research analysts out there, including AIM and IDC, they found that about 2 hours of an employee every day they spend just looking for information. Not having one central system and location to go to search for job, department, and company information can cause employees to have access to multiple systems to try to find this information. And then switching between those applications further impedes an employee's ability to be productive. And so the result of all that, of unsuccessful searches, is a lot of content recreation. This means that employees spend valuable time creating information that already exists. And even worse, having that another version of a document could cause the wrong document to be found and utilized. For example, this could be a product price list that gets shared or referenced externally. And if that document contains the wrong information, a lost sale relationship could result. So how should enterprise search work? So if we start with number one here, left to right, the search engine should understand the user's intent, but it is really more than just the words that are typed in the box and then returning all the documents matching that query. Number two, the search engine should help determine on what page those results should appear and where they should be ranked. And then number three, the search engine should provide context, more context around those results. So how does WebCenter stack up? If you have Mindbreeze and you have alternative search solutions, obviously I think most of you realize that WebCenter search over the years hasn't stacked up. We've actually covered this in other webinars over the years, and really the same holds true today. Reasons why for that include the query engine is very literal. Users need to understand how something gets checked in, what metadata values were assigned, for example, and then what they should use for search. So overall, the user has to have a lot of knowledge just to find this information. Secondly, WebCenter search out of the box doesn't include much in terms of ranking results. Regardless if you have Oracle text search or standard database full text search using Oracle or SQL Server, or database full text search, which includes no ranking, they just return results based on what they were on when they were checked in. Text search includes a very rudimentary scoring algorithm to look at how often users view a document, but customers say that the results still appear very random. And lastly, being able to display results with context. And some WebCenter customers have customized their results to add more context around the results that are returned. But out of the box, there's very limited filtering, doesn't make it easy to look at the results and discern which result they're actually looking for. So no surprise, this leads to a lot of problems for WebCenter customers. I've mentioned a few of those already. Non-relevant search being returned during queries, users get quickly frustrated and over time may start to avoid WebCenter altogether. We also see that this frustration leads to complaints to IT, who, as I just described in the previous slide, don't have a lot of options to improve results for the user unless they heavily customize it. And described earlier as well, the more time a user spends looking for content, the less time they have for value-add work or just really doing their day job. So we've seen customers that have complained about ineffective searches within WebCenter not grow their adoption of the system. And really this means that they're probably maintaining multiple content repositories, with each of those having their own search system. So for the last 3 years, Fishbowl's partnered with the company Mindbreeze to resell, develop connectors, and help companies implement the Mindbreeze Inspire appliance. Mindbreeze is a leading enterprise search appliance recognized by Gartner and others, and it makes it easy to find the documents and information in your organization to really get work done. Just a few other details about the appliance itself. It is a product. You buy it, you configure it, and then kind of get on your way with searching. So from the previous slide, it really comes down to simply unpacking the appliance, plugging it in, powering it up, and pointing it to collections of data, getting those results and tuning it over time. For those in the webinar that don't have Mindbreeze, you should know that it's not a framework or a search solution where you need to build your own algorithms. build your own indexing pipeline, set up your own server farms, which all means that time to deployment is much longer and the amount of effort is much greater, including the effort to support the system. So Banner Engineering, for example, from racking to go live, they successfully implemented Mindbreeze in about 30 days. And based on our discussions with them, they're pretty much in a set it and forget it phase. So in terms of what you need to integrate Mindbreeze with Oracle Web Center, well, first you need the appliance itself, which out of the box can already satisfy a lot of search needs. It provides a unified index, query expansion, all the different kinds of synonyms, type ahead, previews, and thumbnails. What Fishbowl does is develop connectors that allow Mindbreeze to index the content coming out of Web Center. The actual connector product is the data source connector that provides indexing not only of the content, but also the website and metadata, as well as an ACL representation of the complete Web Center content security model. So we've created this representation of the security groups and accounts and roles that people have and feed that to the appliance without any tedious configuration. Essentially then, Fishbowl's connector for Mindbreeze determines who has access to what content existing in Web Center. So at indexing, it sends these ACLs. Another bullet here under the Web Center content is the principal resolution cache, stores this information that it uses to resolve the ACLs. So when someone does a search, Mindbreeze knows who the person is and what security groups they have access to. Another piece is the user authentication. Through a plugin, Mindbreeze is able to know who you are by allowing Web Center to pass along your identity so that Mindbreeze knows who is conducting the search and then can invoke the mechanisms to properly authorize you to view that content. And lastly, the search app makes it easy to integrate search into the Web Center interface. For portal customers, indexing side is pretty much the same. Indexing and principal resolution cache are still utilized. Then you're going to use specific authentication mechanism that we've created for Web Center Portal, which works similarly. But it's going to pass the portal user's identity from the portal onto Mindbreeze so that Mindbreeze can properly authorize access to the content. Another piece that we recommend here that I have in blue is make Mindbreeze search work with Web Center portals, utilize the Mindbreeze search app to integrate by using HTML task flow. So in addition to Web Center, which a lot of our customers start with for indexing and searching, you can also integrate Mindbreeze with many other systems, including the ones listed here. Systems or locations like SharePoint, file shares, databases, and much more. In the case of Banner Engineering, you're going to hear how they integrated Mindbreeze with not only Web Center, but also a very big parts and products database and the content existing on their website, which was built using Adobe Experience Manager. So with some of that background out of the way, I'm going to turn it over to Corey now and let him tell you more about Banner Engineering's implementation of Mindbreeze. Corey?
Thanks, Jason. Hey, everybody. Quick overview on Banner. It was founded in 1966 by Bob Fayfield, based on just coming up with neat little sensors that fit manufacturing process problems that people were having. Since 1966, it has grown considerably. We are now headquartered in Minneapolis, or Plymouth to be exact. We have 1,500 employees globally, locations in over 13 countries with manufacturing facilities in the US and then in Mexico and China as well. And then one of our fun little marketing things, we have sales reps in 6 of 7 continents. So I think we're working on that Antarctica sales rep. It's not happened yet. And we make sensors, like I said, on manufacturing lines to detect, caps not in place, everything like that. Machine safety, like curtains around special machines, so you don't lose a finger. And then LED lighting and indication is taking off. And now in the last couple of years, industrial wireless for IoT and machine vision become big areas of focus that we're involved in. So kind of our search journey, we had our own website built by ourselves back in 2010. We did use a Google Mini appliance to help us search our website. Then in the 2014, 2015 timeframe, we went on a big website redesign, built it ourselves. We brought in Adobe Experience Manager And with that, we brought in the Google Search Appliance. It helped us get our search really coordinated, organized. And then with Fishbowl's connector to WebCenter, which we use for all our content or stuff on our website, like data sheets, marketing materials, specification information, all in our parts. We got that up and running. Then in the 2017 timeframe, Google announced they were ending their search appliance product and moving to the cloud. In that time frame, we were not ready to do any of that. So we worked with Fishbowl to bring the Mindbreeze in, and then they had the same connectors that they had for Google for WebCenter as well. Kind of the needs we needed when we brought this in, or what we look for. We have lots of, we sell through a distribution channel. So we have not only direct customers, but we have partners who we sell through, and they need to find all this information on the website. And by all this information, I mean 40,000 plus individual parts that we sell. And then, like I said, all the data sheets and supporting documentation that goes along with those to set them up, understand power requirements. Additionally, we pull all this detailed product information out of our Oracle database. So we need something that could help talk directly to a database as well, which leads to the last point. One system, one search system to kind of cover searching pages, searching databases, and searching WebCenter. Mindbreeze made it a lot easier to do that. We didn't have to look for multiple solutions to get across all three of those platforms that we needed help at. Why the Mindbreeze? Like I said, when Google announced they were not going to have their appliance anymore, they were end-of-lifing it. We at Banner, I know it sounds weird, it was only 4 years ago. The cloud has taken off so much since then, but in 2016, we were not ready to commit to any kind of cloud solution. So we wanted something back inside our wall. Additionally, we wanted to look for something similar to the Google appliance since we didn't want to really have a big learning curve. So we were able to kind of use a lot of the config information that we had set up with Google when we put together the Mindbreeze. And then I already covered the on-premise search solution. Kind of the things we're using it for right now. We aggregate metadata, so all those parts and products that we sell, we put together the facets information for that. What color light are you looking for? How far away do you need to detect an object? All that information is on all our parts, so that's what we put together in our database that we search. We have series pages, so if we have laser detection is one thing we have a big search for, but we have many, many products underneath it. So we have series pages that are kind of aggregate all the information together. So we boost those with the Mindbreeze to bring those to the top of searches to help people start narrowing down what they're looking for. The suggestions feature will actually be turning on in a couple weeks, so we're not quite there yet. One big thing we really like, and you'll see it in the demo, is we customize the front end using Mindbreeze's API just to give it an additional look and feel for items that we determined would be most important. We were able to inject kind of a result into this. You'll see it in the demo. It makes a lot more sense when you see it than me trying to talk about it. And then, like I said, the database connector helps us kind of queue up, pre-search our product database information to bring that information quicker as far as all the different ways you can search through our parts. The search cases we'll kind of go through today are and had to solve when we brought the Mindbreeze in. We do have our public website built on Adobe Experience Manager, so we do have to search all the pages that are built in that. So Mindbreeze lets us do that. The parts and products database, we put together an intermediate collected database of all that information out of Oracle into a MySQL database. And again, that's not only the part and the description, but it's all the other things that people look for, What color light do you want? Do you want an indicator light with blue, red, and green? Do you want it to have sound or not? All that information we pull together into this database that is searchable and helps you narrow down what you're looking for. And then last but not least is, again, the data sheets and all the corresponding information, or parts or information, marketing material that our distributors use. That's all stored in WebCenter, and using the Mindbreeze, we're able to search that and piece that together by part or by what you're looking for, by business and application, pull everything together. Gives us one place to do all that or coordinate all that searching. Search case one, just our public website. We crawl all our HTML pages. The detail pages, the part detail pages, we do put together as needed, but we do have a lot of static pages as well. So we use the appliance, crawls those and gets them all searched out. One big thing, the last bullet point, is we were able to reuse our GSA crawl configurations and just plug those into the Mindbreeze, which really helped us. I mean, we waited till the last minute to swap out that GSA appliance, and just having that quickly to be able to reuse the information out of the Google appliance into the Mindbreeze appliance really helped us get that up to speed quickly. Just a quick, here's kind of an example of that. Again, you'll see it in the demo, but if you search for laser on our site, you can see we boost the series pages. So all our series pages start at the top. And then in the square box, if you can see it, it's just noting that we are finding the HTML page for our Q4X series laser sensor. And then along the left-hand side is a way to narrow what you're looking for. Do you want literature? Do you want items that are certified? Do you want individual parts you want to look for? And just how you can narrow it from that. Search use case number 2 is our parts database. Again, we have all this information that we pulled together that's searchable to narrow down. Using the data integration connector from Mindbreeze, we connect to a MySQL database that pulls all this information together. Like I say, now we're down into the Q4X parts. So here's a list of all the separate iterations of this Q4X part we have. And again, on the left is kind of what each one of these does. So it's a Q4X, but you might only sense a couple millimeters out. It might sense a meter out. It might have analog inputs. IO-Link is one of our products that helps it talk to other devices. Just a way to, all that information is aggregated together and gives us one place to search. And then when you finally get down to clicking on the part detail, here's all the information that's there. And then at the bottom, you can't really see it, but under the specifications would be, well, I guess you can see it up on top, the PDF files and that information. That's what's coming from our WebCenter content database as well. And then search use number 3 is the intranet, or pulling the information out of WebCenter. We have hundreds of thousands of documents in there that support the products people are looking at. Through security, we're able to, determine or just filter through what people can see. A public user can only see so much stuff. Our distribution partners, they're able to get more information, marketing materials, sales information like that. So we're able to control that as well. Again, back to the laser example, you can then on the left-hand side select, I just want to see literature. I don't want to see all the other stuff pertaining to laser. With that, you find, oh, here's what I'm looking for is the Q5X information guide. And then if you click on that, it pulls up that document so you can review it and see it. And then from there, you can download it, print it, do whatever you want. With that, I'm going to turn it over to Weston to demo so you guys can see it actually working and doing stuff.
All righty. I'm just going to run pretty much through the examples that were outlined that you've already seen in the PowerPoint. Should be pretty easy, pretty quick here. So here's our US site with our custom front end using the API. Here I've got laser searched, and right at the top, again, you see those series pages, and click them, and that's what takes us to where we have those, all of our parts listed out. So one of the advantages that we really liked about being able to use their API was that we can customize the query string behind the scenes. So an example of how we're using that is, depending on what language site you are on, we'll actually filter the web crawler results to be just that language. So for example, if you're on the Mexico site here, when you do a search, you'll get only the Mexico pages. So you kind of stay all within that language site. So also the advantage of searching laser is you get all of our data types here. So if you use some of these facets on the left here, product series are going to be all website pages. So you can see all those there. All these individual part pages actually pull from our database. So then those just get listed all right there. Lastly, we have the WCC docs, which are the other facets on here. So we filter these by English plus whatever language site you're on. So for example, here you get English, and unfortunately you get English India because the naming scheme isn't the best there. But when you're on Mexico, you get the English docs plus any specific Spanish docs. One of the other advantages too, and this is a lot of how our internal employees are using this when they need to find docs, is you can actually just search that doc ID there, which is this last 6 digits, which hopefully you can see. But you can just type that in, and boom, you get the doc that you're looking for. I think lastly, one of the other things that we do is, Corey hinted at, was we inject what we call a part match result when you type in an exact part or model number, which we then use the front end to parse and display sort of above everything else, because we kind of assume that that's what you're looking for. So here's an example of that. So I typed in one of our Q4X models here, and we found that in our database, and so we do something special with that. I think that's really about it for the demo. So some of the benefits from this was we get increased conversions. People come to our site, they can find the stuff faster, and whether they're putting in an order or reaching out to support for a specific use case, they can get there faster. One of the reasons we use that part database is not only because of how many parts we have, but we build all those pages dynamically, and we only cache a subset of those parts. So if we try to get it to crawl all those pages, it hits our web server really, really hard trying to crawl all those. So the database really helps us avoid that. And same thing with the documents. We have so many documents. As you can see, there are about 100,000 that we serve to the public. So the Mindbreeze gives us a way to quickly crawl and show those. We will have the suggest feature on there, but that will give us the ability to not only use what other people are using and display popular searches, but sort of try to guess what the user is going to type, and hopefully make that experience better and faster. And it just kind of gives the user an overall better experience. So our future plans, as you can, suggestion that's coming, but then we'd like to be able to use the document highlighting, and we setting up the keywords like they had in the Google search appliance. If they search laser, we want to be able to search laser and sensor and show all of those results there. One of the advantages and sort of what we do right now is you can kind of just set up the Mindbreeze and you can kind of forget it. We've had it for 3 years, and over those 3 years, marketing really hasn't come to us with many changes, and it's, for the most part, just been working, chugging along the whole time. Haven't really had to go fix anything. We recommend, I think, using the front end for flexibility. It's easier. You can give it your brand, and like I said, you can sort of inject stuff with the query and make that part of the user experience a little better as well. One of the things that we didn't do that we would recommend is to stay up to date with releases. I believe they release them roughly quarterly, and we never did an update, and it just sort of created some issues. They're super easy to do. Really was just a little bit of laziness on our part. on not doing that. The interface for the Mindbreeze is definitely different than the Google search appliance, so there's a little bit of a learning curve to kind of figure out where things are and following that interface. And with that, I pass the torch back to Corey.
Thanks, Weston. So just to kind of summarize, I mean, we had a specific need to replace the GSA, and Mindbreeze fit that. I mean, we have very specific parameters around wanting something on premise. Hopefully, we're using as much as we could of what we had learned and configured on the Google appliance, and the Mindbreeze met all those requirements. Another positive, or something that we really appreciate, is it lets us search multiple sources with the one appliance. So we're searching HTML pages, searching a MySQL database, searching Oracle Web Center, all with one thing, pulling it together. So we only have to learn one appliance, one front end, one way to do things, which has helped us a lot as we are, not overly staffed, which I don't think anybody is. As Weston showed, the customizable front end with the APIs really helped. We do have a lot of people, they've been our customers for a long time. They know the part number they're looking for. They just need to pull a new document or new something, and then they can just type in that individual part number, and we hit them right away with that. Here's the picture. This is the part number you're looking at. They can go right into it and get the information instead of having to, is it in this list someplace or not? That has helped us a lot. And then Jason kind of hinted at it earlier, but Fishbowl has been great, a constant partner during this. We did use their, I forget what it was called, Kickstart, Quick Start program to get this started. And we were up and running very quickly. Within 30 days, we had the Google appliance out, the Mindbreeze in, and it just saved us a lot of time to get that started. We'll turn it back to Jason. Thanks, Jason.
Thank you, Corey. Thank you, Weston. Great story, great use case. Really enjoyed learning more about how Banner Engineering is using Mindbreeze, the content that they're indexing, that they're searching, and the various use cases. So again, for my summary, really, I think what you heard Corey and Weston describe is how Mindbreeze is really fulfilling their search needs across the content that they have in WebCenter, across their website content, as well as their parts and product database. So very strong story from Banner, so thanks again. So as a Mindbreeze partner, as we look to conclude today's webinar, we always want to make sure that we're conveying the information that we're receiving from Mindbreeze back to the customer. So just making you more aware of, Mindbreeze continues to invest in Mindbreeze and their Inspire appliance. So recently with the new release, they've added some new features here. Just quickly mentioning, there's a web connector. So this is really going to help you process large sitemaps, really to be able to, with this optimization to especially sitemaps larger than 1 gigabyte. Also for companies using Jira, the Jira connector now supports indexing of public Jira instances. And then there's also a Microsoft File Connector. So for the Microsoft File Connector supports ACLs based on the Novell file system. So for those companies using Novell and want to search content, Microsoft content, that has been significantly enhanced as well. And many more features. So as a Mindbreeze partner, we get this information. Customers should also be getting it too. But if you have any questions about some of these new features, feel free to reach out. Wanted to also cover quickly that as a Mindbreeze partner, we can do the full implementation for you, or we can sell you the appliance, sell you the connector, and then do what's called a jumpstart. So typical implementation really starts there. We offer this jumpstart, or we can also offer you a try and buy POC. Jumpstart's really targeted for customers that already have WebCenter content, and it's a 1-week program that includes training for administrators on how to manage and configure Mindbreeze, as well as a hands-on time setting up and configuring the WebCenter content connector. That's what Corey was referring to. This is our Jumpstart offering. So initially for this Jumpstart, we'll configure the SSL, synonyms, document previews, configuring and serving generally inside WebCenter content using the search app. The other option is to do a try and buy. This is a 20-day engagement, includes the appliance and connector software, recommended for customers that want to try indexing multiple data sources. And this includes initial setup as well, synonyms, previews, integration with WebCenter. So again, not only being a Mindbreeze partner, we not only do the resale, we also provide support. So you can turn to Fishbowl for that. Mindbreeze provides all Mindbreeze, so for Mindbreeze Inspire, Mindbreeze provides basic support automatically. So bug fixes and new releases. Then Fishbowl kind of augments that support through phone, email, and web-based technical support for more configuration administering the Inspire Enterprise Search Appliance. We can also escalate and relay issues to Mindbreeze on your behalf. And support is provided by Fishbowl's US-based Mindbreeze certified experts. And we're very proud of our 99% customer satisfaction rating. So for more information on Mindbreeze and Fishbowl's WebCenter connector for Mindbreeze Inspire, definitely encourage you to visit our blog. We've been very active this year. Some of our technical experts have written various blogs, just showing an example of those here, really to help kind of share some of the knowledge for over the last 3 years that we've learned from customers like Banner Engineering and just wanting to pass that along to other customers. So our blog articles are categorized for Mindbreeze Inspire specifically. So you can quickly go to our blog, check Mindbreeze, and peruse all the learning articles and best practice recommendations we've created. So now we do have some time for questions. Jeremy, Weston, or Corey can probably answer this. I believe Mindbreeze Inspire out of the box has an analytics engine. I don't think Banner's using that analytics, but can one of you speak to some of the analytics capabilities that Mindbreeze offers out of the box?
Yeah, I can speak to that. So Mindbreeze Inspire comes with an analytics engine called App Telemetry. It's a Postgres database that tracks everything from the crawling of the documents, the different search terms, aggregates all that into one central engine. And then out of the box, it comes with reporting, so different graphs and metrics you can look at, as well as you're able to create your own custom reports based on pretty much anything you want. It essentially tracks everything in that Postgres database.
Awesome. Thanks, Jeremy. And that was Jeremy Herix, one of our Mindbreeze consultants. I mentioned our blog. There's also information on Mindbreeze Inspire, our support program, the connectors we offer for Mindbreeze, basically all the information that we have as a WebCenter and Mindbreeze partner you can find on our website or through social media, or if you want to reach out directly, you can do so as well. So again, want to thank everyone for attending. And for those that did attend, we will send you a recording of this webinar within a couple days. Until next time, this is Jason Lehman, Fishbowl Solutions. Wish you all a great day.